Good evening, sir. I
Hi,
think we are live. Hi, good
hi,
evening.
everyone. Yeah, hi, Sarah. Nice to
Good
have you on
evening.
our show.
Yes, glad to be back again.
Right, good to know that. I know you're very busy. After a long work day, you're joining us again, and it's always good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for
So
having me.
let's say, for all of you watching, good evening and how to everybody, and welcome to Big Chief Channel. And today we have with us our guest. Um, he's no more a new guest anymore. He's already been here one time before this, and I am so glad to have again with us my good friend and someone we have been doing a lot of work together, Saravanan, who's I call him Sarah, and he has his special name called Shai. Although I just tell you his name is Shai, you will never guess what his profession is. I will let him tell you and introduce himself to you and what he does. Okay, all over to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Mrs. Zaya. Good evening, everyone. My name is, of course, Saravanan, but I have a stage name. Maybe a lot of you will be wondering what is stage name. Usually, all the guys in the entertainment industry, they will have a very special nickname. We call it the stage name. So, I'm in the entertainment industry. I started as a DJ back in 1992. Yeah, at that time I was 17 years old during SPM. Yes. Then from DJ, along the way I became an MC. So the name changed, stage name, special name, became MC Shy. You won't believe that particular name actually got two very interesting story. One is because during my college time, I studied in Binary Business School in Lebu Ampang. They were located in Lebu Ampang. I took up business administration. I'm a very shy boy. Like very shy boy. I'm like I don't like to mix with a lot of people. Very very reserved. And one of my lecturer, I remember I was studying civil law. Yes, to a business administration, you have to study the company laws. Then one day she asked, "Who's that boy at the back? Very shy. Is he a shy boy?" From that day itself, the name stuck. Shy. Then I thought, why don't I just use the name Shy? Because there is another artist group, R&B group that time very popular back in the early 90s called Shy. I thought, okay, let me just call myself MC Shy,
Right,
DJ Shy.
right. But
Yeah,
your name is spelled S-H-I, not S-H-Y.
yeah,
Okay, fine.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So before, I hope everyone is excited for today's topic. And why don't you say what your topic is going to be, Sarah?
Yeah. Okay. The topic is okay. Let me just give a bit of background. I because entertainment life, I meet a lot of people who have a lot of demands, and their demands can be so how to say out of this world and could be very very fussy. Okay, and when you cannot deliver, of course, they tend to be how to say very agitated. They can be very pushy. They don't want to understand you. It's very very difficult to communicate with them. Regardless of how hard you try to make them understand, they cannot even understand. That is why today we are actually talking about this subject called handling crucial conversation at toxic workplace. I'm sure many of us, even if you're working on your own or you're working for people, we have encountered people like higher, their hierarchy is higher, their bosses, where they tend to have this kind of mindset. I'm the boss. I tell you, you do it. I don't want to listen to you. You try to explain to them what's the situation, or what are the challenges you are facing, and what are the helps you need. But they don't want to. They just so reluctant to be on the helping side. So it's like, how are we actually going to handle all these things? Um, for few times, like I managed to handle it well, but there are times where I also lost it because part of me being a human, the emotion will start to run high, and we tend to forget why we are there. Uh, what's the main what how to say what's the main objective of us we are trying to talk? Okay, talking about talking. of course, me and Mr. Jaya, we've been reading this book called Crucial Conversation. It's an excellent book, I would say, where it teaches us to understand the basic thing that we all know. We all are born to do that, but somehow or other we all failing to do it, which is talking. People say talking is so easy. What I talk to you, talk to me. Yeah, but sometimes we need to know how to talk. People say how it's
Absolutely.
easy. What? Yeah, people say like Mr. Jaya, like you and me, we can sit down and talk. But sometimes in professional life, when we are talking about business or we're talking about workplace, we need to know the kind of words we can use, the kind of tone that we can use, and how to actually approach these people. What's the reason we are actually like having a conversation with them? So talking is not that simple as we can think, especially when it comes to toxic, very very toxic workplace. I've seen so many people, bosses, where previously I worked in a car industry also for about 9 months, where the manager I would say the one the like the management level, certain people they don't want to listen to you because why? They have this understanding you are lower than me. I shouldn't be listening to you. So how are we actually going to handle this kind of situation? It's
So,
very
okay,
tough, you
sir,
know.
why don't we ask the viewers here? Anyone here has had this kind of experience that Sarah has just explained to you, where the workplace or your the people you meet in your life, in your professional life, are really really hard to get along with, and sometimes the issues are also very high stake,
Yeah,
where there's a lot of emotions involved. Put in a 111 if you have this kind of an experience. Can I have anybody to put in your comments? While they put in the comments, continue, Sarah. You know, you have shared with us your experience of meeting this kind of tough people. Do you think this kind of people exist in every organization or in certain organizations? What's your view on
I
that?
I think they are everywhere. I don't know what actually makes them to be that way, but sometimes I can say it, because okay, I don't know. Maybe the rest also can share their point. Because certain people, when they have the certain status and also rank in the company, or they have no, they like become very nosy or something like that. I don't know. Could it be that way?
Possibly, yeah. So, what do you think could be the cause of that? I mean, were these people born that way, you think, or do you think it is the experience, or is it the position that brings along this kind of behavior, which is something uncalled for?
I think all of it is all the things you mentioned. I think they are the contributing factor. Maybe the the way of the environment, actually, the how they grew up, the kind of friends they mix, and after that they go into work life, and when they come to work life, they find some people are similar to them. You know, they have this very negative mindset. But even though they are very good with their work, they are very intelligent, they are very, how to say, skillful, but somehow or other their mindset is just a bit corrupted.
Hmm. So, what do you suggest we can do in handling this kind of difficult people, in your experience?
Okay. I recently I had like this is a real life experience, you know. It was not easy at first, of course. These the people like are very agitated. They like I what I experienced was, of course, well, okay, we have these meetings. Let's say we're on a meeting, you need to give some kind of suggestion, of course, your point of view, because you are in that particular position where you have to be the one who coming up with ideas,
Hmm.
solutions. But when your ideas and solutions are shut down because they ridicule your ideas and whatever suggestion you're giving, so you feel a bit demotivated. Then I find it how exactly I'm going to talk to this person. So you find a lot of ways. Okay,
Hmm.
let's try to don't meet the person and talk straight. Let's try to find out what exactly bothering them and how we actually can be a part of this team, work together. But some or other, some people they just want to be a part of it. They just want to control. I think that's the main reason I said maybe they want to be a control freak. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's an attitude problem. But if these people are somewhat reasonable, let's say,
Yeah,
but it's just that they may be having a bad day, kind of thing. You know, this happens to us, right?
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
and they just feeling agitated, so they got to take it on somebody. Or they're being unreasonable by dumping some work on us. I mean, that can happen, right?
Yes, happens
And
all the
you might
time.
have
Yes.
some other commitments. And how can we best explain this to the boss without jeopardizing our position and also not having misunderstanding, because it could have long-term repercussions, right?
Yes.
Isn't it?
What I would say is, of course, I would suggest read the book Crucial Conversation. I forgot the author. I think, sir, you can remember the author. I actually have done the mind map. Thanks to Mr.
Okay.
Jaya. Thanks to Mr. Jaya, I learned mind mapping. So I did this mind map. It's about crucial conversation. Not sure you all can see it very clearly. What I've done is like, what I understood is like, when we are entering into conversation with our superiors, the first thing first, we need to know what we exactly want out of it. What is our main
Yeah.
goal of us talking to them? It's like, of course, people say, I'm talking to them because I want to send a message. No, that's very wrong. The main reason why I'm talking to them because I need to get the information that I need. I want information, so I need to go. So we go in there. The bosses, maybe, or the superiors, they could be in a very bad situation, or they just had a argument with a supplier or somebody. Anything, some bad things could have happened. They throw it on us. If we try to agitate, just say the situation, person A is the lower ranked person B is actually high ranked person A goes and approach person B, and person A asks about certain information, and this person B says, who's on the higher rank, I got no time for you, I cannot help you. If person
Okay.
A really buys the thing and put it into the head and take it too emotionally, and like eats everything, the person cannot get whatever the person is looking for. So need to find a better solution. Maybe the person A can say, okay, person B, maybe this not the right time, I called you at the wrong time, I'll come back later to talk to you again, or maybe you can just call me once you are ready to see me, something like that. Because we, at the end of the day, we just want to get the information.
Sometimes you see, would you agree that sometimes we all want a common goal,
Yeah.
but it's just that the way we approach is different, isn't it? Uh,
Yes.
certain reasons. What if we can find a common ground and then work from that? Do you think that is a possible solution,
That
or
is the
could be
best.
a possible start? Huh?
I think that's the best solution, but it takes time. So
Yeah.
so what I'm doing right now, of course, there is a wave and also there's a tensions going on. So I told myself, okay, let the thing just settle down, give it some time. Okay, then I go back and approach. So maybe the next round when I approach, I need to find a better way to handle the thing. So I will go in. If I see things are still a bit tension and not really smooth, I need to find tools to communicate already. Of course, nowadays we have emails, we have text messaging, this and that, because we cannot speak directly. In order for us to get the message to that person, maybe we could just email or text. I need to speak to you regarding this and this and this and that. Please do contact me whenever you are free. I'm sure definitely the person will find a way to contact us or communicate with us. Communication is very important, I said, especially when
Right.
it
I,
comes to
I do
workplace.
understand that. Yeah. Sure. But okay. That is if in case the decision can be postponed, or we have an opportunity to delay the communication. But sometimes it's on the spot. You're in a discussion, in a meeting. Many people are talking, and people seem to be shooting from their mouths, and you're like, we're going nowhere.
Yeah,
So
we
in that
are.
kind of situation, what can we do? What can we do to maybe to relieve the situation or to make things fall in place?
Meetings, we have seen more and more meetings always like very dragging, very boring. People don't really get whatever they're saying. This one, I would say, it's the responsibility of the person who's chairing the meeting.
Sure.
Because the person who's chairing the meeting, his goal is uh, to find answers, to find the information, to get all the details done, so whatever their goals they have set can be achieved. There are many people who will be joining the meeting. Sometimes the directors will be there. Their peers will be there. Lower rank, higher ranks people will be there. Most of the time, if we notice, we are all guilty at one point or another. The lower rank people, we don't bother to ask their opinion. Even if they give their opinion, we don't appreciate. So how these lower rank people will feel? So most of the time when it comes to meeting, these lower rank people, they will usually will sit towards the back. Even if it's round table, they will just couldn't be bothered to be playing phone. Are we going to achieve this kind of are we going to achieve our goal if we have this kind of situation? So the chairman of the meeting should play a big role by like appreciating everyone's opinion. Okay, instead of ridiculing, people are always ridiculing. I'm guilty also. I used to do that. I'm not going to say I'm all that, but of course I also used to ridicule people, their ideas, and also the suggestion. Because why? Because they are the lower rank. I always think that, these people are lower than me. They don't know anything. What they know? That's my biggest
But sometimes
mistake.
we found that people lower than us might also have good ideas, which
Oh,
we
they
may
have
not
brilliant.
think ourselves.
They always have brilliant ideas, like I said. We should always listen to them. Yes. So I've
So
corrected
can
that
I say that
mistake.
what you're saying is that it all depends on the ego of the superior or the person who is conducting the meeting?
Yeah.
Because sometimes if their ego is too great and they're just not open enough to accept, or not necessarily accept, but really be open to the possibility of other people's ideas coming in, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're coming back to
What
the
is
to
it?
the to the simplest understanding of human behavior. We have heard these terms and sentences everywhere. People say, treat others the way you want to be treated.
You're talking about the golden rule.
Yes. So like
Yeah.
if I refer to my mind map, they said, okay, for crucial conversation, especially for meeting, you focus on what you want. From there, of course, if you like, you already know what you want, then you need to ask during the meeting whatever opinions and suggestions are given. Are we uh, are we like acting like what exactly we want? Okay, just say in the meeting. Okay, I'm presenting something. Then I'm asking for census. Okay, like people, I want people to vote for my. I have a project. I want people to vote and support my project. Then when people don't support, when people don't really support, I get how to say, get angry. I scold people. This is not the right way to do. I need to find out the reason why they're not supporting my proposal or supporting my project. Then at least I need to by doing that, I'm appreciating everyone's opinion. They could be right. They could be right. They could be wrong. But at least I appreciate the opinion and I can correct and do better for the future. So then after that, what will I do? What will I do? What do I really want in that particular meeting? I need to like the superior. I put myself. I'm as a superior who's chairing the meeting. I have a proposal. I have a project coming up. I really need this support from all my colleagues and my peers, my bosses. So I go in, then I ask, what do I really want for me, for others, and also for the, and how am I supposed to create the relationship between all these people who actually will support me in that particular project. Imagine you're presenting a presentation, and everyone in the meeting they say, yeah, I will support you. But at the end of the day, when you really want to carry out the project, no one is actually there to support you.
Oh, why would you think that's so?
Because the only thing is because we are very bossy lah. They don't like us because we are very bossy. I'm only me right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we have this problem of not willing to listen, not open to ideas, not willing to be a good listener, I would say, or an
Yeah.
empathetic listener, I think these problems arise, right? So
Yes.
there are many things blocking people from communicating effectively and moving forward in a smooth manner. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay, okay. And usually in this kind of situation, there are two things, right? There are emotions involved, strong
Yes.
emotions,
Yes.
and also the stakes are also high, right?
Yes.
I mean, in the sense that, I mean, we got it from crucial conversations, but it's things like you could lose a job, it could end up in a broken relationship. Isn't so where the stakes are really high, I mean, and the emotions are also flying high. These are the kind of conversations that people find it difficult to have, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
And when we emotions are high, would you say that our thinking is affected and we can't think straight?
Who definitely, because we are so emotional. We're angry when everyone knows when you're angry, you can't think. We
Hmm.
say silly things, we do silly things, then we try to sabotage, we talk bad about people. We are all guilty at one point or another. I said, okay, like I always use myself an example because I've learned a lot from myself itself. Because
Hmm.
I've made so many mistakes again and
Hmm.
again. Then, of course, I don't like to get criticized if I'm
Hmm.
presenting something. If I coming up with a project, if anybody criticizes even a little bit, I'll get very offended.
Okay.
Oh, I used to be so offended then. Of course, about 10 years, I would say this offensiveness mindset is no longer there. For me, the more you're going to criticize, the more you're going to give bad feedback about whatever I'm presenting, more I'm going to improve.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
a good attitude. I mean, if we could see things that way,
yeah,
and as they often say, feedback is the breakfast of champions.
yeah,
If you have that kind of a mindset, I think there won't be many problems, isn't it? It's just that when ego comes into play, and that's when people begin to say, "I'm better than you," or "I'm right and you're wrong." They say, "Oh, I'm always right." That kind
yeah.
of things. Yeah. Let's see for anyone here who would like to share their input. Anyone here had such a situation and managed to overcome that, or you still have working in such a problematic situation? Can you just put me or and so we can also take that. Oh, yeah. Any questions for Sarah regarding relationships and this kind of difficult conversations? Just put it in the chat box as well. So Sarah, moving forward, uh, do you think there are people who shun those kind of difficult people? They say, I don't want to deal with him. But do you think that's a smart thing to do? Like, blocking all kinds of conversation with that person.
I was just about to ask the same question. What will you do if you go to office every day? You have to see the person's face every day, but that is a person that you need to talk all the time to get things done
Mm,
in your office. I was like,
mm,
are we going to avoid them? Are we going to find a way to talk to them? Because this is a situation like that, okay? These two person, they could be at the same level, but because they have ego and because they don't want to give in, they don't want to talk, but they need to get the project done. So how they actually going to get it done? So just say me, I'm the most difficult person, and my colleague also same rank with me comes and asks, I need this information only because only you know about this thing.
mm,
Then I answer, I don't know, I cannot help you. So how this kind of thing is going to happen for the company?
mm.
What if also the same time I'm like the pet of the company, and how the lower rank people going to handle this thing? This is very, very tough. Even I got no answer for this. I'm like thinking, okay, let's find an answer for this. I'm the pet of my boss. Okay, I'm just saying, I'm the pet of my boss. My boss loves whatever I'm doing. And I'm also very cunning. Whenever my boss is around, I'll make sure I'm doing my job. I'm doing even more than whatever I should do. I'm like doing other people's job to show that I'm the only one working. So
Okay.
how my colleagues are going to face this? People will find it very difficult. The only answer I can find is my colleagues will stop working for the place. That's all.
Stop what working for?
Yeah, they will quit. They will resign.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I mean
That's
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 the ultimate line, because
yeah.
yeah, definitely, yeah. So I think what you're saying is that these kind of toxic places are everywhere. But if there's something we can do about it, if you are rather than having this victim mindset of oh, I can't do anything about it, is there something that we could still handle? Some people seem to handle it very well without resorting to what you say favoritism or trying to ampu the boss line,
Yeah.
and trying to pretend to be very efficient and all that.
Yeah.
But don't you think those kind of people will soon be found out by the bosses as well?
Some or other they will find. Uh, Definitely they will find out about it. But because like I'm the top sleep. I still can perform my job. I can do better than anybody else. And because of this, yes, because I can do better than the rest of them. Okay, I always can find a solution. I become very big headed. This is the situation. This is the problem, I say.
Mm. Yeah.
So,
That is one. Yeah.
so I think the best way to do this, maybe all the people who are working at the staff, they can find a mediator, find somebody who actually can break through this person to find out with the
Maybe that's one of the answers, right? What you just mentioned of mediator. I think that's good. Somebody higher up in the organization, higher than your present superior,
yeah.
ask them to mediate this. And I know sometimes mediation can be a problem as well because you're going to face your boss again after the mediation is done.
Yeah.
But if the mediation is done properly, do you think it can be a plus point in overcoming these kind of situations?
Can, but I would say the other way is, of course, we need to just suck it up, eat all our ego, put everything at the side. Then maybe we can just try to create a safe conversation. Make it safe. I can say like the I can approach the superior by saying that I really appreciate the kind of words I can use. I can really appreciate all you have done for me all this while helping me with all the information and so with my work. But there are certain things also I need to highlight which affecting my work, which I think the kind of professional or proper wordings could help to break the tension, I would say.
I think that's a good point actually, Sarah, because when we use the right kind of words,
Yeah.
there are a lot of things you can do. Words are very powerful, isn't it?
Yes.
If you say the right thing in the right way, you can influence people.
Yes.
So even if it's a tough boss, a tough person, and you make them understand that, not by going head on with them, but maybe as you rightly said, appreciate them for something. Surely they have some good qualities, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Then explain to them your real situation and why you can't do something or why you have a certain opinion. I think that might be a good direction to take.
Yes. Donation also very important. I usually will do this very how to say silly way to tell people one simple word can be spoken or mentioned or expressed in many ways where it will give you different understanding or meaning. Just take the word hey.
Hey, okay,
Okay. If you want to flirt, how you use the hey. So
a good
just say
question.
you want to flirt, you will say hey, you flirt. If you want to scold the person, hey,
Okay,
you see,
right.
if you want to create attention, hey, you see. So because I have experience in this standing, I mean, on the mic, on the stage, I'll tell people one simple word with different tonation, it creates different tension because it gives different meaning. So use it the right way.
Totally different. Yeah, and I like that word "hey" as you said. It's absolutely. I think sometimes I used to say this as well. Sometimes a person can say no and can mean a yes.
Yes, that's I know it. Yes, that's very cool.
Yeah, it depends on how you say it, right?
Yeah,
But if someone wants to say express a strict no, they say no.
yeah,
Then don't mess with me lah.
yeah,
But they say no, that's like a yes, inviting you to ask me some more. Come on, don't stop there.
yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right with that. So I think we're about to be coming to the end of the session. So in wrapping up, Sarah, what would you like to say to our viewers today? What is the one point you think can help people to set things straight? Let's say they're in a toxic workplace, they're having difficult conversations with their bosses, could be their anyone else, it could be their customers and all. What is the one thing you would like to tell these people so that they can keep in mind next time they go into such situation, or they could be in such situation already right now?
Well, they just need to have the goal of what they trying to create from the conversation and what exactly they expect the result to be, and they have to approach it with a very professional and also very polite manner, it can be done.
Okay. So in other words, it's our own attitude that matters, right? It's not just
Yes.
if in case the other person is not the best person, the best ideal boss for us. If we know how to keep our cool, which is not easy said than done usually,
Yes.
but when we keep reminding ourselves what we need to do, as you rightly say, ask yourself what is the outcome we want, but rather than not how the other person is behaving, I think we would be on the right track. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Absolutely. So those of you who are watching now, if you have any comments, please leave it here. And if you're watching later as well, please put in your comments. We'll read your comments. We'll give you some feedback. If you don't have any comments for now, thank you for watching, and we will see you at the next episode on next Friday.